So, how would you like to join Elliot and I at All on Wheels? We'll talk about that coming up. Got an ass-wagon truck driver who doesn't seem to understand the simple rules of a green light. Also, a jackknife truck driver in perfect weather conditions. Got Rusty, load updates, and more on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a very, very fuzzy studio audience. He's getting groomed on Friday. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, today is Wednesday the 20th, sitting here in Glen Rock, Wyoming at the Black Hills Lignite, waiting to get loaded. You can see they're running a forklift on there right now, onto that other truck, that curtain side. Another truck in front of me waiting. I'm waiting. There's another truck behind me waiting. Very unusual. I've never seen this here. Most I've ever run into is I had to wait for one other truck in front of me, so kind of unusual. So I may have to readjust my plans for how I'm going to do this load. I deliver Friday morning in Rothschild, Wisconsin, and I've got a grooming appointment for Rusty at the Wausau, Wisconsin PetSmart, because you know you see how furry he is at the beginning there and everything. But yeah, so we're going to get him all done. So I have to be there early in the morning, even though I have a window for delivery on this load until 2:30 p.m. like I had to do last week, because I had to do it in just a day. So yeah, we may be changing plans here. Nice day today. It's like almost 60 degrees, sunshine, because you can look on the video ahead of me and see how nice everything looks. Still see the snow up there on the mountains to the left. So yeah, real nice. At least my son's Eagle Court of Honor ceremony went really great last night. Got to spend the time with the family and all that. Got some pictures of that coming up. And then after I deliver on Friday, Rusty's getting groomed on Friday, like I say, while I'll be delivering, and then pick up cereal again for Saturday, going back to Cheyenne, and I don't have anything booked after that, so I've been looking for stuff. After I delivered in Cheyenne yesterday morning at the Walmart Distribution Center, then I went over to Southern Tire Mart, right next to the Flying J, and got my oil pan replaced finally. And of course, found out that I also have leaking head gaskets, so I'm going to have to get that done sometime in the future. It's always something with these trucks. And you know, I'd replaced the head gasket once around somewhere around 500,000 miles, so yeah, it's due, because I'm over 1 million miles on the truck. But that's now some other big expense I got to plan for and try to figure out where I'm going to get that done. What do you think? Alright, so parked here at some rest area in Presho, South Dakota, just east of Vivian. Yeah, it's Wednesday night the 20th. We're on our way to Rothschild to deliver Friday morning. And of course, drop Rusty off before I go deliver so he can get groomed. That'll be a beautiful thing. And before we get to the big news of the day about joining All on Wheels, got a couple of Ass-Wagons to show you. First off, when I was heading back the other way in Nebraska, I'm trying to get ready to turn into the Petro so I can go fuel up, and this guy on the other side in the left turn lane doesn't even seem to understand the simple rules of a green light. Alright, get off at exit 59, cross the highway. There's a red light for me for the other on-ramp, and the light turns green. I'm going on across. Now I want you to look ahead here. I'm going to zoom in on it for you. There's a truck in the left turn lane going northbound who also wants to turn into the Petro. There he is right there. Look at that guy. Look, we've got a red light, all the traffic stopping, so the light's about to turn green again, and of course green gets to go across first before you turn left. I get to the right side of Landstar because I'm going to turn right, and all of a sudden look to the left and hello, who's just coming out without warning? And now the Clutch Trucker zoom and slow-mo. I know there's no turn signal, but I just want to come across first. And while I was coming back across Wisconsin, perfect weather conditions and everything, there's this truck off to the side going the other direction. Managed to get himself jackknifed off of the road. All right, look carefully on the left there. You see the guy? Yeah, he's jackknifed over there. Yeah, how do you do that? And now the zoom in slow-mo. Yo. Now, in that case, with the good weather and all that, I did see skid marks afterwards and everything that you can't see on the video. Probably somebody cut him off is my best guess, and so he had to whip to the left and overcorrect, and that's what got him off to the side of the road and got himself jackknifed. What do you think? Okay, so now let's move on to the big news of the day. Hey, big news! Yep, how would you like to join Elliot and I at L on Wheels? Remember, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know it was a little over a year ago, February 13th, as a matter of fact, when Elliot's authority became official. I joined him officially, I think, on March 1st. So right after that, he's got the authority. It's L on Wheels. It's his company. That's where the L comes from with Elliot. And of course, I kidded him saying it should be ELL, because that's how you spell his name. Plus, you know, more of a play on the hell on wheels. But anyway, it works. And yeah, he and I have done all the hard work, the legwork, because, you know, the first year of having your own authority is tough. Most brokers won't work with you. And initially, like Landstar, Coyote, those are about the only ones. And so we had to kind of slug along with all that. But now we're past 1 year. We've got nothing but good inspections. We've got plenty of those. I think we're up to, what, like 9 now or something? If you remember from months ago where I got like, what is it, 4 of them in a row in a 5-week period? Most of them in South Dakota. Well, we take care of our equipment. So that helps out. So we've got good inspections. We've got over a year of authority. Almost all brokers will work with us now. There's just a handful of those that require up to 18 months or more. And that's just thanks to all the idiots and scammers out there doing double brokering and crap like that. The brokers have had to tighten their reins on who they'll work with. But now we can work with almost everybody. We've got a really good track record. We're always on time. We haven't disappointed anybody. So a few have disappointed us, but that's another story. So like I said, we've trudged on through the first year, and now when Elliot started L on Wheels and offered me the chance to come work with him, we knew each other from high school years ago. We both played trombone and band, and that's where we got to know each other. He was 2 years behind me. He was actually in my wife's class, and he went to elementary school where she did, up on top of Lookout Mountain in Golden, Colorado. So we have a long history. So anyway, we've been trudging through this past year, and like I say, we're past the year now. Things are easier, and Elliot's looking on to bring on some more people. And the main thing is he doesn't want to say hiring, because if you're going to come join us, you're going to join us as a partner like I am. And that's the way Elliot approached me with this whole thing. He said, you're going to be a partner with me helping to start this. And we've kind of trudged through together. So what we're looking for is, if you're an owner-operator, you own your own equipment, truck and trailer. If you don't own a trailer, I think Elliot might have some options he's been looking into, as to maybe lease something. He can talk to you about that. But if you have both, great. And the main thing we're looking for is, it's okay. The way I look at it as a partner with Elliot on this, he has the authority, so he takes care of the paperwork and the plate, and I have to pay them for that, yes, and all that, but he takes care of all that kind of crap. So this is as close to having my own authority as it would be without having to do all the extra stuff. He and his partner Helen handle all that, which makes it really nice. I like to completely dispatch myself. That's an option too. Elliot can, and this will depend on percentages and so forth. This is what you need to talk to him about. But he can do that for you, or if you just want to do it all yourself and run it like it's completely your own business like I do, you have that option. So if you've watched my channel for any period of time, I book all my own loads. And I like doing it that way, because then I have a lot more control. And, yeah, it's hard sometimes. The rates aren't that great. But I can determine when I want to be home. So I can be home for things like my son's Eagle ceremony, which we're going to put all that in the next video. I don't want to make this one too long. And also I had, repairs done and all that. We'll put all that in the next video. I just want to make this one a little bit shorter to announce, we're willing to bring people on. And Elliot's willing to bring on some more people. But, again, he wants you to partner with us. It's not that he's hiring. And if you're just kind of a company driver, you don't like to deal with anything, and you just want to be told what to do, well, this isn't for you. This is for somebody who is an owner-operator and wants a little more freedom and wants to have a little more control over their own destiny and work with some people who are genuinely good people. Elliot's a great guy. And, we've reconnected over the years. And like I say, I knew him from years ago, but it's been a really good partnership. And that's the way we would view it as anybody else we bring on. So, if this is something that interests you, you just need to email Elliot. I'll put the email down here, elliot@ellonwheels.net. So he will then give you a call back, include your phone number and stuff so he can call you, and you guys can hash everything out, and he can tell you what he's looking for and see if this is going to be a good fit for you. It's been a really good fit for me. I've really been, it was a struggle at first when, there's so few brokers we can work with, but we're past that point now. We take care of our equipment. We take it seriously. So if you want to be an owner-operator but not have your own authority, but seem like in every other way you do, that's the way I've really been viewing this, and I've really been enjoying that. So if that appeals to you, then email Elliot at elliot@ellonwheels.net. If you just want to talk to me first, you can always email me too. I've got an ellonwheels email address. I'll put that here. It's just clutch@ellonwheels.net, and I'll get back to you on that one as well. Of course, you can always email me on my clutchtrucker@gmail.com account. I tend not to check that one as often, and I'm sorry about that. But if you email me on the clutch@ellonwheels, I'll get back to you sooner. And of course, if you want to talk to Elliot directly, you email him at elliot@ellonwheels.net. So like I say, you need to be kind of in the right mindset. You need to be the right kind of individual to take on something like this. If you've experienced leasing on to different companies and you've just never been satisfied because they still want to have control over your dispatches, control over where you go, we're not going to do any of that unless you don't want our help. And Elliot is happy to help you. He will happily dispatch you if that's what you want. If that's not what you want, he's going to give you more money and a better deal if you take care of all that yourself, because that's the way I do it, and that's the way I prefer it. And if that sounds like something you'd like to jump on board with, like I say, I've had a really good experience with Elliot. This first year was challenging, but we're to the point now, I think, where he's ready to open up to some more people. And so if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I gave you all the info earlier. Again, there's his email address. There you go. And I gotta give Elliot credit for the end of this video, because you know how I always put a little movie clip of one of my favorite movies, and I do it my own way. One of his favorite movies was Zombieland, and I watched that one a long time ago, and he reminded me of this clip that'll be coming up towards the end. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yep, you can email Elliot if you are considering joining us, and he'll give you all the rundown and all the local stuff, all the stuff there, all that. Yeah, I know they're coming up. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. Get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram. Clutch Trucker on X, Twitter. Clutch Trucker 5 on TikTok. Make sure you ring that bell for notifications so you know when the new videos come out. And do subscribe and like. I know a lot of you watch and don't subscribe, but please do. And as always, if that magic YouTube fairy dust, Clutch and Rusty, out. So I finally meet a woman that I think I love, and she tries to eat me. All right, you know it's coming. Is there something you want? What could it be? What could it be, Rusty? Where are you going? Rusty? Oh, there he is. All right, there it is. Oh, yes, happy dog. And yes, I know they're not good for him, but, he is older than I am towards the end of his life, so, he's having to wear a diaper most of the time now, for crying out loud. We're going to give him a begging strip every now and then, right? Come on. So, he's getting groomed on Friday, so we can look forward to the freshly groomed Rusty. That'll be a beautiful thing. Right, Rusty dog?